Here we go. There. Okay, so 1237. Okay, let's go. So,
These are
hmm?
these are all Warlock games, all ones
Ah,
that
okay,
I
so it's
lost.
basically the Warlock
So I'm
matchup.
hoping you,
Okay,
yeah, because I just can't seem to play this class, and I'm supposed to be a big favorite.
okay, I see. I see. Okay, so first game, Mulligan, yep. Wait, let me just check your deck. Ah, it's the old one that I was using before, right? Yep.
I like this deck a lot.
Okay, I mean it's pretty fun, right? Although, like I said, Phelan got weaker after the patch. But yeah, so let's see. So Mulligan, okay, pretty good, pretty decent Mulligan. So you're gonna have a turn two and then a turn three. Yep, it's not bad. Okay, so starting off, you have Biscuit. Oh, you just passed. Okay, interesting. So on the first turn here, you could consider just trading the Biscuit away because you already have this Pride to play, and you also have Harpoon Gun, so you might not get an opportunity to play the Biscuit.
I was greedy. I was hoping to be able to use it on either the Murkwater or one of the Nagas. So you think I should have traded it? Because
Yeah,
I
like I mean,
considered it.
because if you trade it, you would have spent your mana. You have spent mana, and then you might have gotten more options for the later part of the game. Like basically, these are your kind of your first three turns already. Okay, like turn one is a pass, and then turn two, three, four looks like it's gonna be these three cards that you already have. So maybe just trade the Biscuit away to maybe find something for after.
Okay.
But I guess not an outright mistake. It's still fine. Ooh, then you draw Pet Collector. That's really nice. Okay, play the Scribe. No problems there. He tapped. Ooh, and now you at. Wait, what? Did he tap? Oh, he played. Ooh, he tapped to play coin and then he touched. Okay. And then you play Pride there. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then you held on to the Biscuit again. You wanted to buff your minion. Okay, and then now you have the chance to buff the minion. Wait,
Was it right to keep the biscuit there though? I'm asking you because you wanted me to trade it the first turn. Should I have traded it there? Or was I okay to keep it this time?
I mean, in both times, it's not like outright the right move to trade it or to keep it. It's more of a preference thing, I guess. Like you said, if you end up playing it on a minion, then you get the value off. But like as of now, you're still holding it and not actually using it, right? So you might as well have traded it. But if you do end up
Thank you.
using it, then it's fine. Okay, so here you went for the weapon and the baby Naga. Okay, here I wouldn't have went for the weapon. Okay, because we don't know what's at the bottom. Okay, here you don't know what's at the bottom. You know that Pet Collector will pull out the saber. So we don't, and there's no like minion to hit for tempo or anything. So right here I would actually just play the baby Naga and then the biscuit on the lionfish just to build up the biggest board because we don't really need to use the dredge now and we can use it on turn 6 instead after the pet collector for the guaranteed saber to be at the bottom. So this turn I would have played differently here. Okay, but you went there. So with these cards, I assume you picked the mountain bear. It's kind of quite lucky there that you found the beast. Okay, and then you used up your mana. Very good. Say, oh, okay. Unfortunate, you had the viper there, but it shouldn't matter. You should. Oh, why? Oh, you picked Phelan. Okay, big mistake here. I mean,
Go back. Go back. What were my choices?
yeah, you had the mountain bear.
Oh, because I thought I could play Phelan and then I'd have two hits with my weapon. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
No, see,
I
Mountain Bear is the
I got
strongest. Like
greedy.
you can play it next turn too. Like it's just so big. It's way stronger than Phalin, and it's gonna be an unknown colossal. So 100% it's Mountain
Yeah,
Bear
you're
here.
right. That was
Mm.
gotcha. See, okay, good.
Yeah. And then okay, then he went for this place. Okay, and then he went for some clear. Your turn. Ah, now this is kind of a mess here. Oh no, here you never play revive pet. Okay, there's no reason to revive pet here because you only want to revive the sunken. You only want to revive one of your big beasts or the sunken saber, not this Asharan saber. You want the sunken one, and that's all you revive. So over here, what you should have done, I suppose, would be to play the biscuit to buff the lionfish, and then play Phalin, and then these two minions would have been able to kill Doomsayer. So 2 attack here, plus 3 is 5. And then you play the spell, the baby Naga will plus 1. So 2 attack will be 5 plus 7. Kill the Doomsayer and then play Phalin out. Okay, so here again, I guess, completely wrong turn.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, and wrong turn plus you didn't even use the rush. Like this guy has rush, right? Like you revive this guy has rush, but you didn't even use the rush and you attack with the other two minions.
Oh yeah, no, that was just an outright screw up
Yeah, which made it even worse, I
because
guess.
I forgot it
Yeah.
was worse because I forgot he couldn't go face. I wanted it to put I wanted to put damage on face, and I just forgot for the moment that he only had rush and not charge.
Oh, but
It was just a dumb
even
mistake.
then, right? This is 7, so you want the 3 plus 4, and then 5 to go face would be better, anyways. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, just
no, that was
kind of quite the
total
mess up
screw
here.
up.
Huh? Yeah, I guess this is not as easy as the Mech Paladin, huh? Okay, then his turn. Okay, he has the
I
Thompson, and I suppose after this is pretty much over, right? You don't have much stuff, and then he's very healthy. He just clears everything. Okay, you found. Okay, so here you found Tavish. That's not bad. Chance of saving the game, although it's pretty much over. So secrets among these, I guess I will pick Ice Trap, and for here I would pick the maneuvers. Is that what you picked? I can't even tell what you picked. There's no way to check.
I think I did ice trap and maneuvers. I do believe I did those two.
Okay. Oh, yeah, here's the Ice Trap. Very good. And then yeah, perfect. Okay, so you picked the right secrets. That's great. And then the cursors, and your turn. Oh, still no play. It looks like just failing. What the hero
And I'm
power.
still holding failing, by the way, instead of that bear. So
You have
that
the
really
bear. Bear would
punished
have
me.
been great. So yeah, and then he just keeps going. Your turn. Yeah, he's just too healthy at this point, I think. So very nice. You get a push face. Oh, looks like a comeback. Looks like a comeback, but I
It
assume
was for a
they
hot
top deck
minute.
the nether. They top deck the nether, they cleared it off, and then it's just hopeless from here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was very sad when he played that twisting nether. So I really lost this game when I chose Phelan instead of the bear. That's what really was the tipping
Right,
point.
the failing over
And
the
it was
bear was a
early on,
huge
wasn't it?
mistake. Also, like I wouldn't have gone for the weapon here. Like I told you, I would have gone for the baby naga and the biscuit because we had the guaranteed sunken 2 turns later. But since you already gone for the gun and didn't pick the bear, then that was just a huge mistake. Like it was a slight mistake at first from the different play. I would say not the most ideal play, so a slight mistake. But then not picking the bear here
Oh,
became an even bigger mistake, and then is that really kind of ruined
Hey,
everything.
hey, hold on one second.
Hmm?
Hold on one second. Honey, can you ask him if he can vacuum it out a little bit? He says he can't replace the filter. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'll be back in like 60 seconds or less.
Yeah, yeah, sure, no problem, man.
He's not down there. Well, where is he? Outside. My bad. We already shot it. Okay. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
So I understand. I screwed that game up.
Okay.
This is why I needed to go over this with you. I'm psyched again. I'm psyched out against these warlocks.
Yeah, no worries. So, any other questions for this game? Otherwise, we go to the next one.
Now let's go to the next one.
Okay, the next one.
I got the
Okay,
two
Curse
big
Warlock
mistakes I made
again.
early on.
Let's see a mulligan.
No, they're all
Okay.
cursed warlock. Or they're all warlock. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yep, good mulligan here. Have the baby Naga. Keep the biscuit. Very nice. So, ooh, okay, this is cool. So, baby Naga, turn one, great. He just hero powers. Okay, typical warlock. Okay, here. Hmm. Okay, right here, especially because we drew a Naga sprite, my turn would be a bit different from yours, okay? Because what you can do, you can actually play coin, play scribe, and then play the biscuit, all in this turn.
Okay, whoa. Do that. Say that again.
Okay, so you can play
Okay,
coin
I got two
first,
mana,
right? 2 mana. You play coin to
three
3
mana.
mana. You play scribe, so you have 1
Yep.
mana left, but it reduces the spell, so the biscuit will cost 1 mana. Then you could biscuit the baby Naga, and then you would have this, and you have an extra scribe on the board. And also
I never saw that.
you already have your turn 3 for the pride here for next turn already activated by the scribe here. So that would have been better because it's just a wider board earlier, like it's more stuff.
Well, if I thought of it, I would have done it.
Yeah, I did it
I'll
a
have to
couple
keep that in
times
mind.
before when I was playing the hunter. I guess you didn't remember. Anyway, so okay, you just did the basic buff there. And then his turn. Oh, looks like top deck the starfish. Okay. And then your turn here. Okay, so another misplay here again. So right now it's 3 mana. So you didn't do what I said earlier with the coin scribe and biscuit. But right now you can do the coin scribe and Naga sprite. Okay, exactly the same thing. So you coin, you'll be at 4 mana. You play scribe, you'll be at 2 mana. And then pride will be reduced to 2 mana. Then you can play this out.
Okay.
Okay, so kind of the same combo that you missed out on. Basically, this one, like the turn before and this turn, is the same combo, and then you just missed out on it twice. So you really want to get your stuff out quicker because, like, as the game gets later, the warlock is just gonna have more stuff. The curses are gonna build up, and then your chances are gonna diminish.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, we just go on with what you have. Oh, so he cleared everything. So your turn here. I guess here the play would be coin pet collector. Oh, here you did the weapon. Okay, this is very odd. Yeah, so I mean, it's a bit harsh, but you're kind of making the wrong play every turn this game.
Don't worry about it.
Yes,
I need to hear it, but I need
here's
to,
I
as
mean
long as you
here's the
tell me
three
why, I'm
four,
good.
the 3/4. So it's the perfect target for your saber, right? So wait, let's move up. So you draw the weapon. So here, like clearly the play it should be to coin the pet collector, send the saber into the 3/4 here, and then next turn you're gonna have harpoon gun and you're gonna pull up the sunken saber instead of playing the
Okay.
weapon now and then like yeah I mean it's just really much worse. So what do you end up playing?
I got it.
Weapon,
No, no, I see it.
then you pick, and then you play the curse. Yeah, this is just a much worse play. Really, really bad. Also, you don't really want to spend mana on to play their curses, especially the early curses, because it's just a waste of your mana. It's much better just taking the damage and using your mana to play more cards. So
What was I gonna do with that one mana?
right, so if you wasn't gonna play for the weapon, right, what you could have done was play this pride first, and then coin, and then equip the weapon. So you could have done that. The order was
I understand,
important. Like,
but at the
yeah, after you played the weapon, you're kind of locked in, so it made sense that you played the curse there
yeah,
because
I
your
at
play was
that
locked
point,
in.
but I understand. But I messed up earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so moving
I
on.
overvalue that weapon. I always hope I'm gonna get something great. It's gonna just break the game.
No, but you see, you already have the pet collector, right? Even the previous game, you already had pet collector in hand, right? So you should just be.
Yeah.
So the weapon priority should be after you play pet collector, so that you guarantee the pull of
Okay.
the saber out. Like because you already have this in hand, it's
At least.
100% coming. Like there's no need to
Yep.
like gamble for one of the big beasts or something. And also pet collector is just a great play on board. Like 5 mana for 8/7 total stats. Like this 4/4 plus the 4/3. It's just great value compared to the weapon. Yeah, and now he's gonna get his board bigger than yours. And then I assume you pet collector now. Okay, got to trade off. Yep, and then your face into the thing. Yep, and then you pick out the saber. Okay, so okay, nothing wrong with that there. Very good. So he trades. Oh, another guy with turn 6 thumbs in. That's unfortunate. Yeah, turn 6 thumbs in is just really strong for the warlock because they cycle their cards very quickly and they get all these 3/3s that could come out. Otherwise, they don't really have much valuable minions. Okay, so your turn on turn 6. You played Tavish. Yeah, interesting. So from here you pick maneuvers, and here I guess you pick ice trap again. And then please tell me you coined out the saber. You didn't. You didn't even coin out the saber. If you have coined out the saber here to hit into the imp, and then you would have gotten the big beast on board, which would have been perfectly prepared with your maneuvers secret there. So yeah, again, not using the coin and putting. So yeah, it's again another clear mistake here. Okay, like there's already a minion there, so your saber can get killed. So 100% you play the saber to pull out your.
Would you have done my hero at that point though?
Uh,
Because you sounded like you were you were thinking that I should have done something else instead of Tavish.
looking at your mana and the turn. Okay, what I would have done is I would have sent the saber in first to look at what minion came out. To look at which beast came out. Okay, so if it was King Crush or the Mountain Bear, then I would have played the hero with the coin. If it was Hydralodon, then I would have went with Okani instead because Hydralodon has the 2 extra minions which are not very good to play maneuvers on. So in that case, I would not have played the Tavish. I would have played Saber first.
Okay.
Okay, then go on. What was his turn? He just played. Huh? He just tapped and played the Mistress? What a strange turn. No idea what he's doing there. Yeah, but never mind. That's not the focus. So here, yeah, so here, as you can see, right? You no longer have the. Wait, you pick explosive, is it? Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's just kind of weird. They didn't play the saber, and now, right? So Here's where you get kind of punished because your saber now it can't die, right? So it can't die, and if it can't die, it means you can't pull out the big beast. You want the saber to die. Like you just want to trade it into the best minion possible so that it dies and then just pulls out your big beast. Like that's the whole point of the saber. And now there's no more target for that, so slight punish. You went hero power, you went Okani, and then you trade. You still didn't go for the saber. Okay, so you're kind of missing the point of this whole deck now. I mean, holding the saber in hand. So yeah, that's just not right. Okay, his turn. Hmm. Wait, where did his null go? Oh, got cancelled. Okay, nice. Da, da, da. Went for a white board. Yeah, but as I said, it's already kind of late. So the white board, there's gonna be a lot of punish. You pick King Crush, which is the right pick here. I mean, what else are you gonna pick? And still, you see, your saber is still here. It's not pulling out the big beast. You want to get this out ASAP so you can cheat out all these high mana beasts early. But yeah, and then I guess he has Wave here. And then he has Gigafin. And then the only card that this deck that we have against Gigafin is the Devouring Swarm. So you don't have it, so it's really not much you can do. And then he's just playing. Hmm. Yeah, and still you can see like we're now turn 12. Your Sunken is still here. You still have not cheated out any big beast. So really not ideal. And yeah, I guess it's just a slow loss here. I don't see how you come back. This refill is nice, but yeah, like past turn 6 and 7, they almost always have removal.
Yeah, you can go. You could go to the next game if
Yeah,
you want.
okay.
This one was over.
Let's go to the next one. So just to
All
recap,
right,
right?
I got.
A lot of inefficient plays here. Like with the coin, with the coin you could have done the combo with the scribe and the biscuit on this turn, and on the next turn the exact same the next turn here exact same thing you could have done coin scribe and then get the pride in, and then over here where weapon is not ideal because pet collector is gonna guarantee you the sunken, and then afterwards the huge mistake was just holding on to your sunken and never playing it, which is just super
I
bad.
have no explanation for why I did that. I seriously, I just
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
it's
Like I
terrible.
mean, sometimes I guess you can't see a mistake. I mean that's why we're having the session, right? Like you did like while playing you don't even know what you were doing right or wrong. So that's why we have the session. Okay, so let's go
And like I
next.
said, I gave you all losses because I figured I'm doing things wrong, and hopefully, and you're pointing them out. So yeah, let's continue. This is good for me.
Okay.
Painful, but good.
Oh hey Sadras, yeah, we're going through Mario's Beast Hunter games. He got another 10,000 points
Yeah,
redeemed. Yeah, let's go. Okay, here
yeah.
Mulligan is a mistake. We don't keep Breeder. Breeder is a no. We don't like Breeder.
What was I playing? Oh, I was playing Warlock. Okay.
Yeah, we don't like Breeder. We never keep Breeder. So okay, but you kept maybe now. Oh,
All
you
right.
drew Harpoon Gun again. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay, so turn one, Baby Naga, no mistakes there. Okay, then since you had the breeder, you played, that's right. So you want to pick the Saber. Okay, pick Saber there. No, no, you don't pick King Crush. This is very bad. Okay, picking King Crush is very bad. So first of all, like I said, we don't keep breeder, but since you had breeder, you played. We want to pick the Saber, okay? Because the whole idea of this deck is to use the Saber to cheat out the big minions. So don't pick the big minion, pick the Saber. Now you pick King Crush, you're
Okay.
just gonna hold on to this until turn 9. This is doing nothing. So really very bad pick here. Play wise,
Okay.
you played the right cards, but this is just a wrong pick, and it really would cost you the game. So let's go on. Okay, ooh, you drew into the saber. That's pretty nice. So wait, here you played breeder again. No, here I will not play breeder. Okay, so similar like how earlier I was saying, you have pet collector, so you're gonna save your gun. You're gonna save your harpoon gun to pull out the saber. Same thing right here. You have the saber now, right? So 3 mana. I would equip the gun and then not attack. Equip the gun and
Okay.
not attack, and then next turn, maybe send the saber to trade something, then attack and pull out the sunken saber. Okay, better use of mana rather than playing the breeder again to discover another big beast that you will never use. So you played the breeder and you went for Hydralodon this time. So I guess good job in picking a different minion. But like I said, you will never use this. Like it's just gonna sit in your hand for many turns, and it's not the most efficient use of mana. Much better if you just equip the gun and pass, and then play saber on turn 4, and then just hold on the swing until you can pull the saber out. Or if there's a minion to swing into for tempo. So here, move on. He taps again. Okay, then the no. Okay, so you see here, if you had equipped the gun here, you would have the minion would be here for you to trade the saber. You would trade it. You would swing, and then you would pull out the sunken saber. And then on turn 5, you would have sunken saber ready. And when it dies, it's gonna pull out one of your big beasts. So that's just really much better. Okay, well let's see what you do here. You top deck pet collector, very good. So I assume you play saber here. Okay, very nice. So at least you went right on this turn. Then we go on. Okay, he plays that. So your turn. Okay, pet collector for sure here. No, here you went for harpoon gun, which is completely wrong again. So you know that your sunken saber is already at the bottom. So he doesn't work. You already send your sunken saber to the bottom. Pet collector will only pull the saber out. So it's 100% pet collector here, the saber out, hit into the cultist, and then you get your, and then you cheat out the big beast. So 100% you play pet collector here. This is just completely wrong playing the gun here. Yeah, it's just really bad. And now that you, I mean, now that you pull out the sunken with the weapon, your pet character is just completely dead. It can't pull out any more beasts. So really completely wrong here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, back that up. Do that again for me.
Right, so here you already have your saber below. You already have the sunken saber at the bottom. You just pet collector, you pull out the sunken saber and then just trade it into that. Simple as that.
All right.
Okay, then we go on. Okay, we still have about a half hour. Yeah, I'm just gonna look through it. Yeah, you see, so now you play pet collector and nothing comes out. So yeah, I'll just go through it quickly to see if there's any outright misplays that wasn't a mistake that was brought on from earlier, so we can actually get through more of the games. Because a lot of these we have already
Yeah.
made quite major mistakes, so there really isn't much point in keeping up the struggle. Yeah, this is fine. Hmm. Hmm. She died to cursor, yeah. Well, here you almost won. Yeah, but I guess. Mm, yep. Let's go next. So here, okay, this is the right mulligan. This is the right mulligan. You don't want any of these. You really want to find Baby Naga, Scribe, or Harpoon Gun. Those are just the top three. Okay, and then you started with, okay, you do have the saber here. So turn one, I expect you to trade because you don't have any minions to buff. You do trade very good. Turn two, looks like you're just playing the Baby Naga out. Okay, you played Hero Power here, which is... I guess what you wanted to do was to spend all your mana. But you should really just throw the Naga out. Otherwise, when are you gonna play it? Okay, so it's just the Baby Naga here. Instead of the Hero Power. And then, oh, I guess now you got... Okay, so... You kind of profited from your turn earlier. Now you can play Baby Naga into Biscuit. Let's see, is that what you do? No, you went for the weapon into the
No.
trade.
Yes.
Yes. So
It's okay. This thing probably should
I guess it's
replace this
kind of
part
strange.
that's gonna
You
cause
seem
this
very
like
insistent on playing your weapon like
totally
whenever you get
good.
the
Go ahead.
chance. So
Okay, you said yes. Go ahead and do
that's not really how the that's not really
it.
how it should go.
So I'm really misusing my weapon is one of my bigger mistakes overall.
Yeah, you just jump at the weapon like whenever you get the chance, but like what the weapon really wants to do
It's like Christmas.
is to pull out the good stuff. And you're just swinging like either the weapon helps you gain tempo by killing their minions, or is to pull out good stuff. Like that's the like a normal weapon's purpose is just to swing into minions so that you get more tempo because your hero attacks then it's an extra hit compared to just minion versus minions. So weapon helps you get more tempo, but for this weapon itself, there's the extra effect. So apart from doing the tempo job, it's also to help you dredge good cards. And once again, you already clearly have your target for dredging here, the saber, and then you're just not really using it for that purpose.
Didn't want to get yelled at for doing so much.
Yeah.
But I
And
agree.
over here, really, the Baby Naga into
Okay.
the Biscuit is a much better play because you can just play weapon after the saber and then that would be fine. Okay, but you went with this. So I hope you pick the Devouring Swarm here because you know it's Warlock and we do need Devouring Swarm in case of a late game Gigafin. So that would have been the best pick out of what you had there. So he just did nothing. Okay, you picked Ramming Mounts, so not ideal, okay? Especially since, look, you don't even have any minions on board. What are you really buffing? So, like, this card, once again, you're just gonna hold it, I guess. So it's kind of bad. Okay, so you send the Sunken here. So, I guess mistake again, because you have Baby Naga, and then you have the cards to buff the Baby Naga. So you don't really play the Saber here, because the Saber has Rush, and the Naga does not, and it's an empty board. So you play a Saber, it's not rushing into anything. So there's really no point in playing it here when you have the Naga to play. Like even if you see if you play Naga and then you buff it with either card, it's gonna end up bigger than the Saber as well. And then on the following turn, when they actually play some minions or something, then you can play your Saber with the Rush. Then you're making full use of the Rush effect. Yeah, so here again, another misplay. Okay, but good that you held on the weapon this time. Very good that you held on the weapon this time for the Sunken. So right now, you revive. No, okay, so once again, we don't revive the Saber. We don't revive the Asharan Saber. We only revive the Sunken one. So definitely don't play revive here. So the right play here would have been to just play the Baby Naga and then just buff it. Same as the last turn. and then you would swing this time to dredge up the sunken saber. Okay, and this time you didn't swing to put it up, so yeah, I guess it's still the same kind of mistakes as before. You're kind of missing you don't really understand how this deck works, which is why there's so many mistakes. Yeah, but okay, I'll just run through it quickly, and then maybe after, if we have time, I'll just give you a brief run through on the goal of how this deck works. That should give you a clearer picture actually, because how you're playing now is just it's just very confused. Like I can tell like you're not really even sure what cards to play. You're just throwing them out. Yeah, yeah, pretty much the same thing as last game. Kind of messy and stuff. Oh, but it is surprising how close you actually get on these games. Like
For
they always have
whatever
low health.
reason, I've got a positive. I'm doing 53% right now, which isn't the greatest, but still, it's a powerful deck. If I can improve my play, it's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
go up.
Oh man, he was at 1
And
HP for
you're
so
right.
many turns.
I know it. And then I had
uh,
him again down, and I just couldn't put him away. It was so frustrating.
oh, and your hero power and no Huffer. Right, Huffer
Yeah,
would have been lethal like
I
twice,
had
right?
so many.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. I
This one
mean,
I
but
wasn't meant to win.
but you really made all the mistakes early already, so yeah, I guess you just got finished off by the agony. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
It
so okay,
was an
Mulligan
agonizing
here
game.
is correct. Okay, so actually your hands so far, all the games you've gone through so far, your starting hand is actually pretty good. So it's really quite unfortunate they ended up misplaying them. So yeah, actually very good starting hands. Okay, then here, yeah, even here, perfect. Okay, okay, actually this game so far has been perfect. No mistakes. Um, wait, you had the bear too? Oh, and you picked the bear this time. Fantastic. So I hope you played the bear. Okay, very good. So zero mistakes this game. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I told you, I got greedy on that other thing. I wanted to try to take a Colossus, but you're right. I should have taken the Shore Bear or that earlier game.
Oh, yes, very good this game. Very, very good. Okay, here is a slight mistake here. Here, I'm not sure about the hero power here. Like, why not just play the Naga? But I guess it's not an outright mistake. Like maybe you were afraid of overcommitting. It's understandable, like because you're going on turn 6 with the coin. So maybe you're worried of overcommitting because you know that they have a bunch of AoEs on 6. There's this guy, there's Tamsin, there's also the Abyssal Wave, this one. So I guess understandable. So playing around that, you chose hero power instead of the Naga. It's okay. And then he had the AoE there. Okay. And then you trade it there. You hit. Hope you pick the Sunken. Then take the knife. Okay, very good, very good. Perfect, perfectly here. Zero mistakes. Okay, unfortunate here, the thumbs in again. And then your turn here. Very good, you pick the Sunken, you play it. You play ramming mounts on the minion, you push damage, you re-equip. Hope you swung. Very good. And among these, revive pet, I would think, is the pick. Okay, yep. Okay, you did pick revive pet. Went for the mountain bear. Okay. Okay, here is misplay here. So almost perfect game. Right here, here. What you want to do is actually to send the sunken into the baker. It's not what you did was the value trade your 2-1 into the 3-2, but you really want to send the sunken in the hopes that you actually pull out another big beast. unless you're trying to play around a removal again. So I'm not sure what your mindset there was, but yeah, if you're trying to play around a removal, then your play was correct. But if not, then you should have sent the sunken in, so it would pull out another beast. Okay, and here, no, this is not the use of devouring swarm. You're right that you have to kill the brand, but we do not use devouring swarm here. This is a terrible way to use it. Okay, you should have just held on to the devouring swarm, and then just send one of the minions, most likely this one because it's immune, and send this one into the brand instead of playing the devouring. Like I said, against a warlock, your devouring is the only counter you have for Gigafin, and even in general, you kind of only want to use the devouring when you can get some value out of it. Because you see, if you read the text, any minions that die return to your hand, so you get to play them again. So you do want to get at least some value out of that effect, rather than just pushing 4 to face. Because as you can see, it's not like he's dying soon with that 4 extra damage. So it's really a waste of the card here to push 4 more damage instead of just holding it and just losing 4 damage and trading brand. Okay, so here's the first outright mistake that you had made. Okay, otherwise you swung there. Okay, among these I would actually pick tracking because these two cards are not really gonna help much in the current state. Okay, then here's Gigafin. You managed to pull out Crush. Okay, very good. So you did pick tracking. Okay, and here is where I said here you got punished super fast here. Like literally the moment you wasted your devouring on the last turn, instantly punished with the Gigafin, and now you have no devouring to kill Gigafin. Okay, otherwise devouring is the only counter we have for Gigafin, so instant punished here. But okay, move on. So okay, when you send the King Crush in, you should play tracking first. Okay, I've said this many times. Always draw your cards first before you make your moves, so you have more options. Okay, and then moving on. Oh, unfortunate. So I guess I would pick the biscuit here and trade. Okay, oh, you picked it to buff. Sure, that works. So you wanted to clear the board, then you wanted to push. But then, like, it's the late game again, and then they always have all the removal and all the healing. And I guess you never come back. Yep. Okay, so this game was much better than the previous games we've gone through. The only clear mistake was here, where you wasted the devouring swarm, but otherwise you played perfectly. Okay, otherwise you played perfectly. He was just lucky he had AoE twice, but yeah, otherwise you played perfectly. Yeah. Other than the devouring and everything else, no issues. It really wasn't your fault this game. The only small mistake here was the devouring. It's so kind of good. So it seems like sometimes you do get the deck right. So moving on to the last one. Okay, here no. Here you definitely keep Scribe. Scribe is 100% a keep. And because you have Scribe, you might keep the Biscuit. Okay, in fact, if it were me, I would have kept this and this. I would have kept both of these cards. Or at the very least, kept Scribe. Even if you want to throw the Biscuit away. But Scribe is 100% a keep. So a mistake on Mulligan here. Oh wow, but I guess yeah, you're just really lucky with these starting hands. You almost always had the Baby Naga. Okay, let me move on. Okay, here, no choice. Play that. I hope you pick this. I hope you pick the saber. Okay, again you went for the King Crush instead of the saber. So once again, it's the same mistake. I won't repeat myself. Okay. Okay, otherwise, apart from the pig, no mistakes so far. Okay, and looks like failing. Yep, yep, no mistakes so far. Okay, over here. So this looks to me like I'm gonna be playing either playing the biscuit twice or biscuit and harpoon gun. Okay, so you play the harpoon gun. Okay, here's the first mistake. You don't swing the harpoon gun into the void walker. You use one of your minions to trade the void walker, and then you swing into the baker instead. So you take more damage. Your minions take less damage, and get protected. Okay, so just to repeat, you should have in this case, you should have sent the lionfish in, and then use face to take the baker hit instead. And then here I would just pull out the only beast there, the Kolak, and then play the biscuit. Okay, so you went for the biscuit into the lionfish. Again, a mistake here. Always, again, especially against warlock, always buff the biggest minion. Okay, because they have AoEs, and their AoEs it just does a fixed amount of damage. AoE for 4 damage, spells for 3 damage, like this one, and also spell for 2 damage and 1 damage, like these, and also the AoE from the customer here. So always buff your biggest minion so that it will survive. Okay, what you did here, you buffed the lionfish when your biggest one was actually failing. Okay, so slight error there. And I guess it's okay, you got the value trait here off. But really, your face should be taking this damage and your minion should be hitting the other one, so you protect the health. And move on. Here's the Tamsin. He plays the Tamsin and healing play. And then okay, you didn't pick Kolak, which is confusing for me because that's the beast and you didn't pull the beast. Like if you look at the weapon, if it's a beast, reduce the cost by 3. You had the option of a beast, but you didn't pick the beast, so that's just wrong once again. And then now I can see your turn is just very unfortunate turn. You have nothing to play. Okay, and hopefully you pick the beast now. But no, actually at this point it's already turn 7. You already have your other beasts. The right pick here this time would just be the weapon. Would just be the weapon here, the right pick. So we move on. Okay, once again you didn't buff the biggest minion. So which is the same mistake as before. Like I said, buffing the bigger minion will give it the highest chance of surviving the AoE, especially from the customer. Okay, so you got Ashara. Okay, very good. You picked the weapon. Good job. So with this board here, I would say, okay, you went for the bear. Good. You went for face. Very good. No mistakes here. So you went for the baker. And then your turn again. This lethal. 11th. Yep, and then you have lethal. Okay. So good job that you won here. Just to repeat once again, so slight issue with the mulligan, although you got lucky, so it didn't matter. Then we went, played fine, no mistake. Okay, the pick of the King Crush. Okay, like I said, pick of King Crush was a mistake. As you can see, you pick King Crush, right? Start from the point you pick King Crush all the way till the end. You are still holding King Crush, so you pick the useless card. Okay, so big mistake. Please stop picking King Crush unless it's like the late game. And otherwise, the second slight mistake would be here. Okay, you want to use your weapon to protect your minions, so really the gun you should have gone into the baker here. Okay, but you went the other way, and also you should have picked the Kolak. Although, like I said, it didn't really matter because it was already a turn 7. So it mattered here. Okay, it mattered here because on this turn, you could have played Kolak. You could have played Kolak for 4, and you could still have played the Biscuit, but instead all you could do was Biscuit and Hero Power, where you could have not Hero Powered and played the Kolak here, which is a 6-5 and a 0-8, which is huge. So this picking here, big mistake, pick the Beast. And then afterwards over here, it didn't really matter anymore, and you made the right move here, you picked the gun, and then no other mistakes. Okay, so really the big mistake is just the picking here, picking the beast, and the picking earlier where you discovered King Crush when you should have gone for the saber. This is actually your best game so far. Least amount of mistakes. Okay, moving on here. Wow, look at that. You have the Naga again. Always have the Naga. Okay, like I said earlier, I won't keep this a breeder. Okay, we do play this on turn 2 when we end up having it in our hand, but I wouldn't keep this because like there's no point discovering the big minion and just holding it for a long time. Okay, so you just go, baby Naga. Oh, crazy guy. He just put it there on turn. Okay, interesting. Well, that's a crazy turn 1 he just did. I'm not sure many warlocks would have done that. I mean, he could have just played his mistress. Yeah, but never mind. We're not here to critique the enemy. Okay, so here you play. Okay, in this case, no choice of the saber, right? So I would pick one of the 7 drops. Usually I would pick a Hydralodon because it's the one with the battle cry and it's gonna have a tempo effect on turn 7. But I assume you would pick the King Crush again. I mean that's what you've been doing, right? Yep. So same mistake. Okay, then your guy survives, so you buff him. Very good. Here you get the trait. Very good. And play tracking. Very good. Tracking first. So you pick Pet Collector. Very good. Okay, perfect. Pet Collector. Very good. Perfect play here. Then now your turn here. Let's see, 6 mana. What would have been good plays here? So most likely I would have just played 2. I played Biscuit and Scribe and either Hero Power or play a Curse here. Let's see what you went for. Okay, so you traded there. That's correct. Okay, although no, slightly different play. I wouldn't have done it like this. So this guy is immune, right? So getting him to trade seems like a good idea. So I would have played the. Okay. So a few things actually. So I would play the biscuit first, of course, and then there are 2 ways you can go about it. You could play the biscuit onto the ram to get the value trait because ram has immune while attacking, or you could play the biscuit on the pet collector so that you have the biggest minion and is most so that you buff the biggest minion and is most likely to survive on board, which was what I was saying previously. So 2 options of the biscuit here, which you should have really picked one of them, but you went for this instead. Okay, so you see, you actually ended up buffing the ram, right? So basically, your pet collector took 2 damage for nothing. Okay, you can see here, if you had buffed the ram and sent the ram to attack the brand, your pet collector would still be healthy and it took 2 damage for absolutely nothing there. And also, second thing is we don't trade the 1/1. Brand is a priority kill, so we kill that one, but we don't trade the 1/1 because the 1/1 is not going to do anything. You much better get the 2 to face. Okay, so this one is more of a slight efficiency play. Okay, but the buffing first was a much bigger mistake. And then the rest of the turn, you just played the 2 cursors. I really wouldn't play the 2 cursors. Like I said earlier, the first few cursors don't do much damage, and it's really just wasting your mana. It's better off just playing the hero power or playing the scribe. You're really wasting your mana playing both curses out. Okay, and then here's the AoE. So here, looks like, okay, you went for Tavish. Nah, I think I would have gone for the Barak and the Scribe just to pull cards here. So Barak, Scribe, and then we play Tracking for 0 to try and find like something useful. Also, just a reminder once again, you picked King Crush here, and as you can see, turn 7 now. You could have played Hydralodon, you could have played the Mountain Bear, but you're just holding on to this useless 9 mana card. Yep, and here I would play this 2+5 instead. Because the Tavish secrets, they're not really going to help you out against the customer here. Like, you don't have a minion to get the maneuvers on. Okay, it's not like you play it's not like you play Tavish this turn for maneuvers and then you play King Crush next turn for revival. Nope, you don't have that. 7 mana, King Crush is 2 turns away. And then you're not gonna pick freezing because and so the secrets are not really gonna help you out this turn, so I wouldn't really play Tavish here. And instead I would have gone for this 2+5. Okay, and then yeah, I mean you took explosives to get rid of that, but there's really no point in this. It's not gonna help you win the game. And hero power here, and then Barak. Okay, here there's no reason not to play tracking or trading the biscuit. In fact, there's no reason not to play tracking. You still have 1 mana left, so I don't know why you ended the turn. You could have just played tracking to look for the cards. And then moving on. Okay, you did click maneuvers and you got the 2 boars out, very nice. And then he just did a lot of healing. And then your turn. Got the 2 boars out and the King Crush. Unfortunately, not enough for lethal, I guess. Wait, and then you didn't play King Crush, which is again weird. So I'm trying to see what you're trying to do here. Okay, so you ended up just playing tracking and trading the biscuits. No, wait, no, you buffed it. Okay, you buffed it and then you played the bear. Okay, so wrong play again. So even if you wanted to go for the bear play, right? So let's take a look at your end result for the end of this turn. You have a 6/5, a 4/1, and a bear, and he is at 12 HP. Okay, so this is your state. What you could have done was play the bear, trade the biscuit to give the bear rush. Rush goes into Tamsin, and then your both boars can go face, and then your end result would be a 4/2, a 4/2, a 5/5 bear, and he would be at 10 health, 2 health less. So I'm pretty sure that's much better than what you had here. But in fact, I would have just played King Crush, I think, on this turn, because like we have 2 revive pads. So if King Crush gets killed on his turn, then we're gonna have a good chance reviving the King Crush. In fact, is it 100%? Lionfish. And what else died? Did Saber die here? Yeah, Lionfish, Saber, and Huffer, which basically means it's a 75% chance to pull King Crush, right? So yeah, for sure this turn I would just take King Crush, send it to face, and then one of the board does have to kill Tamsin. It's a high priority card. Other board to face as well, and then next turn we have 2 chances to revive King Crush. If we land both of them, that's just 16 damage, which is insane. Then we go on. Once again, the Gigafin. You got bullied by that, and then yeah, you just died to curses. Yeah, and in fact, the King Crush here isn't really the right play anymore. But yeah, really the mistakes earlier were what kind of cost it. Okay, so that's an hour already. Let me just quickly run through your last game and then give you a brief. Okay, so this one is completely different. So this one is a Murloc Shaman, Murloc Warlock. So this matchup we're not favored. I don't think this matchup we're not favored because Hunter is not so, especially this version of the Hunter is not so fast. So I assume you just get blown out here. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. No,
We are favored in this match,
we are.
at least based on HS replay. Yeah, I got blown out, but it says it's a 55% win rate for me
Oh, I
for
wouldn't say
my
that it's
deck.
favored. Maybe in a game where they are not this fast and we had a better starting hand. Yeah, maybe in a game with a better
Yeah,
hand and they
but
play with
he was
Digigo.
fast.
Yeah, he went way too fast for us. Like there's no way. Yeah, so there's really not much to say about this game. There really isn't any mistakes. Your hand was shit at the start here, terrible hand, and then you drew terrible cards. You drew the all this rubbish. So there's just no way. Yeah, so nothing much of this game. So yeah, right. I feel like I should give you a general run through of the deck. Okay, so right, so for the Beast Hunter, okay. Early game, what you want to mulligan for? Baby Naga, Scribe, Weapon. Pretty much just these three cards, okay? If you have coin, if you're going second and you have coin, you can consider keeping Pet Collector. Okay, I wouldn't keep it going first, but I might consider keeping it on coin because with coin this means that this gets out at turn 4, whereas without coin this gets out at turn 5. Okay, so priority keep is Baby Naga, Scribe, Harpoon Gun. If you already have one of these Nagas, then the Biscuit and the Pride and the Rabbing Mount become possible keeps if you already have one of these Nagas. Also, if you already have one of these Nagas, you can also keep Pet Collector. Okay, so pretty much you want to go hard for the Baby Naga and the Scribe or the Harpoon Gun. If you already have one of these three cards, if you have one of these three cards, then you can consider keeping Biscuit, Pride, Ramming Mounts, and Pet Collector. Okay, so these the ones I just listed are the secondary keeps. If you already have one of those primary keeps, then you can consider, then you will keep one of these secondary keeps. Otherwise, no. So that's for the mulligan. And then for the actual gameplay, so what you want to do at the start you don't even look at the back of your deck. Pretty much you're just an aggro hunter at the start. You want to play your small minions out, you want to buff them, you want to make your board as big as possible. So same logic as the Mech Paladin. Basically fighting for board, getting your board big, playing for tempo. But coming into turn 4, turn 5 is when you're gonna start planning and looking whether you have the gun, whether you have the saber, and this is gonna be the second stage and the kind of feature of the deck where you really want to use the saber, you want saber to die, find a way to pull out Sunken Saber, and then cheat out one of your huge beasts in the early turns, like turn 5, turn 6, you want to cheat out one of these big beasts. So the cards you need for the combo Pet Collector, which pulls out the saber, or Harpoon Gun, which also pulls out the saber. So these would be the combo that you'll need to get the Sunken Saber out from the bottom of your deck, and then cheat out one of these big beasts. Okay, and then Revive Pet. What are targets for Revive Pet? You used it a lot on the Asharan Saber. This is a mistake. We only want to Revive Pet one of our big beasts or the Sunken Saber so that we can pull out another big beast. Okay, that's the target for Revive Pet. And then for Breeder, let's say you have a Breeder in the early game, right? Your pick should always be Saber because this is the most playable card in the early game. However, let's say we're already at turn 7, turn 6, then you can go for Breeder and pick out one of these Like if that is when you play breeder, then just pick one of the big guys because like you're just gonna be able to play them already. Yeah, so I would say that would be the general game plan of the deck. So just to summarize again, early game we're just playing the front cards, entirely board based. You want to play your Nagas, you want to get a big board, and then moving into the middle game, turn 4, turn 5, is when you want to start cheating out your big minions using Saber, using Pet Collector, using Harpoon Gun, and then afterwards it's just finding however you can to just finish the opponent off. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.